This week we've been learning about ladybugs, and today I'm going to share a story with you that's going to help you to fill out one of the pages from your home learning packet. It's this one right here titled Ladybugs, and the information I'm going to read to you today you're going to use to fill out these boxes. So while I'm reading, you can be thinking about some of these questions, such as what do ladybugs eat? And what kinds of animals or insects eat them? And any other interesting facts. You also might be thinking about finding a good illustration in the book to help you to draw a picture here. And today I'm going to read to you a book called Ladybugs by Gail Gibbons. Now, usually when we share nonfiction books with you, often the pictures are actual photographs, like this one. This is an actual picture that someone took with a camera of a ladybug. So you get a realistic picture. Now this author, Gail Gibbons, is a very talented author and illustrator, and her nonfiction books, she chooses to draw the pictures, and she does an amazing job of drawing everything to look very realistic. So this is what an actual ladybug out in nature would look like. So we're going to use her book today. Now this book is filled with a lot of information. There are many facts in this book. And if you are going to fill out this worksheet, or say you're going to be doing your animal reports soon, sometimes you need a way to get that information out of the book. So today I'm going to bring my Post-it notes with me to help me to jot down ideas that I think are important that I can use either to fill out this worksheet, or I could just put the worksheet right next to me and fill it out right there. Or maybe I want to keep them for another time and use them for another activity, so I can keep my notes here with me, my Post-it notes here with me, and I can use them at a later time. So this book, Ladybugs by Gail Gibbons. Many ladybugs fly and move about looking for food. They eat aphids and other insects, such as scales and mites that are harmful to plants. Now I was thinking that this is a really important fact here. Here's a picture of the mites and the scales and the aphids that the ladybugs eat. But what they eat, I know I'm going to need to answer on my worksheet, so I'm going to write that down on a Post-it. So I have a Post-it here that says eat aphids and other insects that are harmful to plants. Now, I don't need a complete sentence when I'm writing my notes here, just a few words to help me remember what the important fact was. A ladybug is a beetle. The hard outside of an adult ladybug's body protects its soft insides. There we go. This is a long book, so I'm going to skip over some of the pages to get to the good stuff. So here we have the ladybug has now laid some eggs, and this is kind of where we stepped in with our ladybug habitats. After a few days, the eggs are ready to hatch. The thin shells begin to split open. The ladybug larvae crawl out. They eat their eggshells and begin eating aphids. Wait, what did they just say? They eat their own eggshell? Well, what an interesting fact that is. So I think I'm going to jot that one down. So here I wrote, they eat their own eggshell when they hatch, because I think that's an interesting fact that I might use later in my writing or in my worksheet. One larva can eat about 30 aphids a day. A larva eats so much that its outside covering becomes too tight. The outside covering splits and is shed. A new, larger outside covering takes its place. This is called molting. And we see those in the inside of our ladybug habitats right now. The larva continues to eat and get larger. It may molt 3 more times before it is fully grown. After molting for the last time, the larva attaches itself to a safe place using a sticky liquid at the end of its abdomen. The ladybug larva is now called a pupa. Outside the covering of the pupa is becoming hard. So now it's hanging from this branch here. Inside, the ladybug pupa will continue to develop. It will not eat or move during this time. So it's really important that we don't move the habitat when our ladybugs get to this stage of their development. Now the ladybug pupa begins to split open its hard covering. Head first, the ladybug pulls its body out. The ladybug's body is pale and soft and has no dots. Wow, that is a really interesting fact. But the fact that it comes out, it doesn't actually have any dots, and look at the color of it when it comes out. So I think that's an interesting fact. So I'm going to write that one down. Comes out of pupa, no dots or spots. So I'm going to save that. Its body slowly hardens. Its two delicate, transparent inner wings, which will be used for flying, extend to dry. Then they slip back under the hard outer wings for protection. And earlier this week you labeled those, the inner wings and the outer wings. Again, he looks yellow. In about 1 hour, the ladybug is ready to live a ladybug's life. Dots begin to appear. And this little fact says that ladybugs crawl around more than they fly. That's another interesting fact. Soon the adult ladybug opens its hard wings and unfolds its flying wings. The ladybug lifts itself up in the air. It will spend its life going from plant to plant, eating aphids and other insects. Danger! A ladybug has many enemies, including birds, frogs, and other insects. It has 3 major ways to defend itself. Its bright color is nature's warning to others that this insect may be poisonous or just taste bad. When a ladybug is attacked, its leg joints ooze a yellow fluid. It has a terrible smell that keeps enemies away. A ladybug will also pretend to be dead, and then the predator will lose interest. Huh. Well, that's good to know. It's good to know what kinds of animals eat ladybugs. So I am going to write that down because I think that is an important fact. Birds, frogs, insects eat ladybugs. So I'm going to keep that fact with me over here. Ladybugs must protect themselves from cold winter weather. Thousands of ladybugs find a safe, warm place, such as under a rock or nestled under leaves. So they hibernate, kind of like bears. Like other insects, ladybugs are cold-blooded. Their body temperatures are controlled by the air surrounding them. They become active again when the temperature rises to about 59 degrees Fahrenheit. And finally, ladybugs are beautiful to look at and interesting to watch, but they are also important insects that help the environment. And there we have it. So now I have a bunch of Post-its that have interesting facts about ladybugs that I just learned. You can use the same Post-it method when you're researching your animals for your animal report. So now I have started to fill this out. I tried to draw a picture from her book right here, and I used that as a way to fill that in. And then over here I thought, it might be kind of fun. You could put a fact there. I thought I might put just my opinion about ladybugs, what I think about them. Remember, your opinion is how you think or feel about something. It's not necessarily a true fact. So I have heard that if a ladybug flies and lands on you, that it brings you good luck. So I thought, I'm going to write that on my paper. I think ladybugs are good luck. And that has actually happened to me, where a ladybug has come and landed on my arm. So I wrote my opinion about ladybugs here. Again, not a true fact, just how you feel about ladybugs. So in this space here, you could do that. And then, what do they eat? Well, I used my Post-its here to write down what they eat, what eats them. Here's my other Post-it. And on the bottom I will go, and I have some interesting facts here. I will go use these to fill in my space down here. So I hope you learned a little bit more about ladybugs today.